Ethereum 2 has been 6 months away for soon 5 years. And now, when I think it will actually happen, it's completely misunderstood. I don't think the big move in ETH price will wait for ETH2 next year. It can happen now. This week we had a hugely important breakout in the chart. And don't laugh now, but I think $30,000 could be conservative. I'm CTO Larsson and I will explain everything in this video.
Who are you?
Who are you? I'm CTO. I'm also CTO. I'm CTO 2.
Okay, if you're CTO 2, maybe you can go fix the ETH2 merge.
Okay. And don't come back every 6 months for the next 5 years and say you're late. Tell Vitalik to git push force and just overwrite everyone. Tell him it's too decentralized. Just get it done, man. Thank you. Trying to save the environment here, because the one thing that the ETH2 merge really will do is cutting the electricity consumption by 99+%. But it's not the merge that will improve scalability, the TPS, or the cost, the fee structure. Contrary to what everyone thinks, right now Ethereum is broken. The fees are crazy. Cost matters. One of the things that I absolutely love about crypto is that it's truly inclusive. It doesn't matter which country you were born in, your skin, your age, your social background or your accreditation status. Everyone have the chance to the exact same percentage gains. Even if you start small, you can grow that into a sizable investment portfolio. It's funny to see how the old banking system and the politicians absolutely hate this. That the plebs get access to the same investments as the rich people do. Then they disguise banning it with protecting investors, while I still haven't met anyone who wants to be protected from free airdrops like the DYDX that became worth $1 million, or double-digit stablecoin yields from Celsius. But the high gas fees on Ethereum into hundreds of dollars per transaction breaks this inclusiveness in my eyes. I hate it. It's why I was so early on the first Ethereum challenger which got momentum, which was BSC. And then I've covered many of the other ones on this channel. Definitely watch my early videos on Avalanche, AVAX and Solana Sol. I'll link them here and below. And now everyone is waiting and hoping that ETH2 will fix this. The merge. The merge is where the current Ethereum mainnet will merge with the Beacon chain to form the new proof of stake Ethereum. And it's planned to happen in Q2 2022. And this time, the plan and the progress is a lot more solid than it has been before. I think it will actually happen this time. But the merge won't do anything about the fees or the scalability. Are you sad to hear that? Well, you shouldn't be, because the solution to both of those, both the fees and the TPS, is here already now, 2021. It's the L2 solutions that will solve this. The merge will just do the proof of work to proof of stake change. And the L2 solutions, they are here now. They're starting to pick up TVL now. Look here. That's why I think it's a mistake from an investment perspective to wait to enter until next year, thinking that it will be the ETH2 merge that really fuels the price, with wider adoption coming back from the cheaper and faster Ethereum killers back to Ethereum. I will share the chart insights later in this video, so keep watching. But what about staking? Yes, but that's also already in effect. You can do that already now. You can already today stake on Beacon chain for yield. Look here, you get like 5.2% doing that. It's not bad. And yes, there will be an additional supply contraction effect after the merge. That will have a huge long-term effect, but short-term I think it's negligible compared to the inflow and outflow of money into DeFi, NFTs and so on. ETH price has moved 1,000% in 1 year, 2,700% in 2 years, fueled by the adoption of DeFi, stablecoins, NFTs. That caused an enormous uptick in demand, people buying Ethereum to participate. Here we're talking about moving from a supply growth of maybe 2% per year to a minus 2%. Long term, over years and decades, that will be very important, don't get me wrong. But short term, the effect is small. But why won't the merge affect the TPS then? Because it's not the miners that limit the block size. What's limiting the TPS is, number one, the block times, and number two, the gas limit. Today the block time is like 15 seconds. Maintaining that across the whole network, around the whole world, is difficult. And that will remain difficult regardless if it's a miner that's making the blocks or validators on the Beacon chain making the blocks. And the target block size is 15 million gas. In the London hard fork earlier this year, that was increased to 30 million gas for a whole block. That was a doubling of the capacity, but it almost disappeared in the noise as usage was increasing so fast. So this is what limits the block size. The network can't really make the blocks at shorter intervals, and they don't want to make them any bigger. For example, unlike BSC that increased it further to 60 million gas and beyond that, and shortened the block time, but at the expense of fewer and more carefully managed validators. Instead, the L2 takes the transactions off the mainnet, process them outside, and then settle them back on the layer 1. This increases TPS into the thousands of TPS. And then after the merge, there comes one more step, which is sharding, where you split the L1 network into 64 different parts. If you're familiar with, for example, Quicksort, it's faster to deal with the data in smaller domains first and then bring it all together. Sharding will further increase the TPS. So to recap this section, it's layer 2 which is here now, and sharding that will come after the merge. That will increase capacity and bring down the transaction cost, not the merge. But the merge will make ETH deflationary, and the merge will make ETH environmentally friendly. I am making fun of ETH2 being late here, but there are 3 ways to be late. And to Ethereum's credit, it is secure. It is decentralized. The world relies on it for huge amounts of money. And it's the only smart contract network that I don't think any regulator can go after at this point. It is truly decentralized. Not VC-backed, not controlled by a company. They don't have business development managers. Ethereum is truly decentralized in practice. Now, let's go back to the office and talk price, because I'm excited. So a quick recap of the Ethereum chart first. Larsen line flipped gold here in April 2020. We got the dip down to support and got in at $175. And Larsen line remained gold. We got the double bottom here. We got the channel that broke on the upside. We zoom in a little. We had an ascending triangle that confirmed broke on the upside. We had a symmetrical triangle that broke on the upside. And as you can see, Larsen line remained gold and the parabola held all the way until May 2021. From 175, peaked over 4,000, broke the parabola at 3,000, and then we got into this situation here where it could have been over, Larsen line flipped blue, but it wasn't. Instead, we got a double bottom. We confirmed the double bottom here at 2,400. Larsen line flipped gold shortly after. It did get scary again. Look, this is close to being a head and shoulder top. But Larsen line remained gold. We cleared the right shoulder here at 3,600. We cleared the local top, and now we're here. And why this is significant now is this. Look here, we're getting a cup and handle formation. Sorry for my ugly drawing. Not only have we passed the handle, but we've broken the all-time high and we confirmed this pattern. And the reason I started with a recap is this. If we zoom back out and look at the bigger picture, if this entire region from spring 2021 turns out to just be in a small consolidation pattern, there's nothing saying this can't be just halfway. And if we look from the start of the parabola, and if we just get a similar sized parabola here, this can easily go to $50,000 or even beyond. Does that seem crazy? Well, these things always do until they actually happen. Get your Larsen line indicator on ctolarsen.com and see you in this video next. Thank you, tack. CTO Larsen out. Hej då!